Hey everyone, Uni's 20. Streaming again, hoorah! It's been a long time. I did actually do like a test stream yesterday night at like 11 on Kingdom Hearts 3. I was just playing randomly, doing nothing important. Um, it turned out alright. The issue is that it didn't save. So I was gonna upload it to YouTube just cause, but it wouldn't save, so I don't have it anymore. Wasn't that big a deal anyway. I literally just did ingredient hunting, Pirates of the Caribbean fighting, that was it. No big deal. Um, But today starts a new stream series I'm going to do, which is it's like a play and review type thing. I'm gonna be playing through Tales of Zestiria in its entirety, and also like reviewing the game as I go. But I'm not at all good at reviewing, so it's not professional in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna be talking about what I liked and what I didn't like about the game, because Tales of Zestiria, when I originally finished it, left me with a very divided opinion. And I figured the best way to see if I still feel that way is to play it again. So we're going to play it again. Of course, because this is going to be a second run, as is the norm with Tales of games, you have access to uh, the New Game Plus stuff where you can just change how the game works. You can give yourself boosts. You can open up new things. That kind of stuff. So it definitely won't take me as long to get through it as the first time. And it'll probably be easier. Because I don't I don't remember if I had any hard times. We'll see though. As I go through the game, maybe some memories will hit me with stuff that was difficult. So as always, I rely on the chat to tell me if there's any volume issues with anything. I hope there is not. But we're just gonna dive right in. So I think all the upload, like the game installed itself, and it also got the update file. I think that's all it needed. So we're gonna go right in, and we'll start with probably one of my favorite parts of the game, the opening. Which is really cool. Not the game opening, but yeah, the game opening. Not like the prologue to the story, but the opening animation. Because all Tales of games have really cool opening animations with music. At least all the ones I've played. But this one's special. Oh yeah, gameplay recording paused because you entered a block scene. About that. Select audio language. Yeah, English, of course. I don't know Japanese. I mean, it probably have subs, but you know what I mean. It's very good. I really like it. It looks great too. It's really funny too because I've been playing Tales of Vesperia a lot, and I love that game so much more. But I think this opening is just better in every single way. The Vesperia one's great. This one's just better. So there we go. It already has a point in the win column for Tales of Zestiria. Not against anything, just on its own merit. But that will change. Also, I realized that I think this was before. I don't think Tales of games do this anymore. I imagine in the Japanese version it has a full song because they generally have the J-pop songs or whatever. But the American ones changed it to instrumentals. Vesperia Definitive has a full voice one though, so I guess that was a new thing that they started doing now. Not that it bothers me as much in this one. It really bothers me with Abyss because Karma's really good. There's something funny about the opening too that we'll get into later. Like, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to approach how I talk about this game, because I don't want to spoil anything. Well, I mean, that's just it. I don't know if I want to spoil anything or if I just want to stay within the moment. We'll see. Because, like, off the top of my head, I already want to talk about the ending of the game, and it's like, we should probably hold off on that for a while, right? So, I just realized that the opening's really loud, so no one could probably hear anything I was saying. That's okay, though. I'll make sure to manage it from now on. Very good. It's very good. You have 10 out of 10. Alright, so that's where the game starts right now. It starts at a 10 out of 10. Oh boy. I'm actually looking forward to this. Vesperia got me in a giant Tales mood, so I just really want to play Tales of. So how do I do this exactly? If I hit continue, it's going to bring up my files, right? Huh. So it's an autosave and a... How do I guess we do this one? Yeah, it was later, so I guess this is the latest one. Use that one as the basis for the New Game Plus. In New Game Plus, you can spend carryover points determined by the blessing levels from your clear data to start a new game with your progress carried over or with the new features added. Oh, acquired below carryover points. 126 from Lady Lake, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's interesting. It's not based off grade. I didn't think so because I was able to get so much grade in this game. Carry over Lords of the Land. Blessing levels. This is highly recommended. It's so highly recommended, it's automatic. Okay. Battle actions. Talents. I don't know what half this stuff is. What's half style? Triple style. Oh, they only have 2 experience and 6 experience. Huh. That's interesting. Usually like 2 and 10. Double damage. Okay. Interesting. Double Norman. Haha, that's really funny actually. Okay, alright, so right off the bat, I do want to carry over to the library. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep the Normans, the Mystic Arts, the Shop Levels, the really cheap stuff. So I do want to dive into some of the more expensive. So I definitely want the double style right off the bat. Plus 5 total cost available for Lord of the Land boons. Allows you to receive more boons. That sounds good. Gald style. Acquire a battle action that gives you extra Gald in proportion to experience, though parameters increase less when leveling up. I never had an issue with Gald in this game, so we'll just skip that. Speed art. I don't remember having issues learning arts. I could be wrong, but I don't think I need that. Nah. Double Norman. Acquire bad action that doubles the effect potential when Normans are set. I don't know. We'll drop an item. That sounds good. Skill extension. I can't even... What's this do? Huh. Well, that's really expensive, so I guess it's good. Double grade. Advanced Divinity. Double effect, but then this stuff is really expensive. Start a new game with maximum HP increased by 1,000. That's very expensive. So let's just go with some other thing. Now let's keep the titles, keep the battle actions. I don't remember what talents are. I want art usage. Expand item capacity, yes please. Fashion items. Windmaster talismans that increase basic movement speed, yes. Herb enhancement. Unnamed. I forgot what those were. Treasure navigation. Pressing R1 shows the number of unopened treasures in the current area. Holy fuck. That sounds good. So I think Boon of Boon sounds really good too, but carry over consumable items? Did I have any consumable items worth carrying over? I guess I have like gels and shit. I can always just buy more, right? I'm already carrying over my Gald, right? Gald style, what's this? Yeah, I don't need that. I have 171 left. Unnamed equipment. I don't know. Consumables? Because now I'm kind of down to the last of it. So it's like treasure navigation, unnamed equipment, consumable items. Shows the number of unopened chests in an area. I don't think that's really that important. Yeah, I think I could do without that. Maybe till my next playthrough. So we'll get this stuff. Let's grab anything else that's cheap. Anything I can grab for 50? Half style, but I don't want that. Okay, I think that's good. What's next page? It says I'm hitting square. It's not doing anything. Alright, well then that's good, I guess. Let's hit start. Apply these settings to start a new game. Yes. The people... Okay. Here we go. We begin.
In a bygone age of myths, when darkness threatened to enshroud the world, it was they who reclaimed light from nothingness. Over and over, as the world plunged into chaos, the legend would come to people's lips, and they would pray for salvation. And lo, each time a shepherd would appear, to vanquish the darkness once more.
Sounds important.
But with peace returned, it was never long before the shepherds would vanish. As for where they had gone, no one can truly say. And, as with all things, eventually they faded into legend.
And now we begin with... Oh, well, obviously that legend's important.
The world faced the threat of the darkness.
Well, that doesn't look good.
And the people began to speak of the shepherds once more. But alas, no shepherd came forth to guide his people to peace.
I already have a lot of things I want to say, like right off the bat. Because of the malevolence, what we're already seeing. It's such a weird and interesting, like, contextual mechanic. I don't know how to describe it. And, like, it presents one of the points of this game that I really enjoy, but also one of the points of this game that when you think about it, it's kind of like, huh? Alright, so, I should probably read this because I haven't played the game in forever, but... I mean, it's basic. Elysia, home of the Seraphim. Also, I have to say, very quickly, the really funny thing about this game is that it starts off here in Elysia, the home of the Seraphim, this like heavenly place that looks like it's above the it is above the clouds. I played this game right after completing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which the goal of that game is to reach a mythical paradise above the clouds called Elysium. So you can imagine that I appreciated the irony very much so when I was playing this game the first time. Just something funny I thought I would share. It's very hilarious. So yeah, this game looks great. I'm coming off of Vesperia. I like Vesperia. Once again, and one of the things about Vesperia is that the character models in that one do look more mature, kind of like following Tales of the Abyss 5 as opposed to Tales of Symphonia, which everyone looked really chibi. Not a big deal. Symphonia is really great, but this game just wow. Character models look great.
I knew it. A hero brandishing the sacred blade. This mural is a depiction of the shepherd. About time I found it.
Nothing on my end, Soray.
Miclio.
Looks like you beat me this time.
This proves the shepherd's
What a dork.
even before the arrow of Asgard. I knew it.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. We still don't have definitive proof that this ruin itself is pre-Asgard. It could be an imitation.
Seriously? You really think they'd make a fake ruin of this scale? They're real.
That'd be very impressive, though. You know, you gotta admit. Something I like about Saray too, right out the bat, is how much of a nerd he is. You know, it's a quality that's usually reserved for a
Wait.
support character.
I think our ruin adventure is over for today.
Like for Symphonia, it was Genus. He was the smart one. For Abyss, it was Jade. For Vesperia, it kind of there isn't any one person, but Estelle definitely carries a lot of that. Actually, Rain even more so than Genus back in Symphonia. But for this game, the main guy is the one who nerds out and who has a lot of the knowledge when it comes to the physical ruins.
Help, please.
I like that. Miklio's like, Saray, when I die, I want you to hold my coffin so that when you put me in the ground, you can let me down one last time.
Surging currents. Twin flow.
Also, another thing about this game, I spent like 95% of it as Saray. So if I swap to any other character, it's gonna be
Am I right?
it's not gonna
This
happen.
makes us even. Unbelievable. Who knew there'd be ruins underground?
It's typically where they are.
Fell down here.
Right. Hey, let's try and find a way out of here.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing I really like about this game as well. Better leave the investigating for another time. We need to find a way out of here. One other thing I really like about this game too, is the ruins aspect. You can find more ruins in the game. There comes a point where the game kind of opens up and you have to run from point A to point B, you know, and get to the next story objective. But on the way there, you can go off to the side and find ruins. And the ruins, you can just explore them if you want. They're generally pretty tough, and they end with a boss that's very tough. But you can explore them however you want, whenever you want, and they have a bunch of cool treasure in them. Granted, you'd probably need to wait till you upgrade. Is it the Sorcerer's Ring in this game? I don't know. But the field actions to be able to do more things to get you through certain parts of them. But I just like that that's an option. There's so many ruins in the game I never even explored completely. Because I went in, I'm like, this is too hard. I left. I never came back because, I mean, as cool as I was, I couldn't be bothered to keep playing the game.
What a drop.
It's been nothing but heights all day.
But I had an awesome bas relief to distract me.
Yeah, I bet you did. It looks like someone's lying there.
Hey, Mikleo? It's a human.
It can't be. Stop. We shouldn't involve ourselves with their kind.
She's still alive. We can't just leave her there.
Fine. I'll give what help I can. Let's take a look around the area first.
Another thing I love about this game is how they handle Mikleo and the Seraph.
What's that? Is that a monolith?
Oh yeah, right. I have that power that I can just see them.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
What's this? Oh, it was because I was looking at. Okay, so let's see what's up with this. Battle actions. Ah yes, all this crap. Awesome. So God style, double drops, banish change, character change. Holy shit. I never understood these, and I didn't actually like using a lot of them. Or at least I would turn them on just to turn them on, but I wouldn't know how. I don't know how to explain it. I don't, whatever. Support talents. These are these things, right? Yes, they are. I know what wind stepping is. I played the game. Wow, they are really teaching you a lot right out. I mean, I guess this wasn't like this, but it's because I'm playing New Game Plus. I'm like, oh my gosh, he knows everything. Oh yeah, and the title. Next art, Tiger Blade. Lunar Strain. I'm just going to look through and see how everything looks. Well, yeah, I have 19 apple gels. Interesting. I forgot that they added more gels in this one. Alright. I just want to see what I got. Oh yeah, the fashion stuff. So I Soray's in a different outfit. I forgot that the game starts you off like that. Shepard's outfit, alt color. I really did like Soray's original look though. Thought it was really cool. Yeah, sure, let's change Mikleo too. Why not? Alright, that's enough of that.
Ugh, my sword's all sticky.
Cobwebs everywhere. I bet no one has set foot in here for some time.
Hoorah.
What's wrong? Shh.
Oh yeah, spiders. The classic first JRPG enemy. I think it's spiders, right?
It's you.
That's definitely a spider.
This thing.
Quit gawking and get your sword ready.
Martial arts. Those are basic attacks, right? Yep.
Strike. It's over. Take that. Strike. How's this? Go. Ready? No escape.
Wait, hold on. It can't be a Hellion?
A Hellion? For real?
I've never seen one in person before.
What could a monster like a Hellion be doing in a place like this? It's getting away.
Wait, don't you remember what Gramps told us?
A good old Hellion. Jeez, we're gonna be hearing that word a lot.
Hellions?
Then again, that reminds me big time of something Vesperia I'll hit on later.
Aliens
It's not a bad thing, it's just
are
funny.
monsters that are created by the malevolence. They can only be defeated by the power of purification, which not but a chosen few can use.
The power of purification. That's also important.
So if you ever cross paths with a Hellion, just run as fast as you can. Remember, you two, common folks like us don't stand a chance against those fiends.
Hey, don't call me common. I beat this game before. I know everything.
We can't beat a Hellion without the power of purification.
And we should just be glad we escaped it.
And anyway, we have bigger problems. We have to hurry and save that girl before something worse finds her.
Yep. I think it's funny that. So I need to hit on one of my favorite things about this game very quickly. The fighting, when you run into an enemy, it takes place right here on the field. Like you'll have a certain area closed off. A circle will spawn around you. That's the battle arena, but it happens right on the world map, which I think is really awesome, honestly. Ancient earrings. I saw something fall from the ceiling. There it is.
Steady your nerves.
Is that how the music started? Intense and chaos. Friends may weep openly or faint. That's actually something about... Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Something about the game. Options. For those who have mastered battles, you'll need all your arts to survive. The better you are, the more boons you receive. So what did it start on? Normal? Why would you want less experience? Let's put on moderate. Alright. That should do it. I remember I tried playing the original when I was first playing the game because I had played a lot of Tales of. I tried to bump up the difficulty to make it harder for myself. And I just wound up having not a fun time. Because the enemies were all damage sponges and that shit's not fun.
I don't think you checked that monolith out yet.
Probably not. Ah yes, guarding. There you are.
Focus, guys. Try this.
You wanna hit me? Mikleo, stop. You're too powerful. You don't wanna hit me? No?
Be gone. Strike. It's over. Yeah. Be gone. Strike. How's this?
I forgot how
Strike it, everyone.
oh, we're stuck in this tiny corner. It's because I was chasing the dang spider.
No escape. It's over.
I almost forgot how arts work in this game. It's really interesting, to be honest.
Put it here. That's that.
Oh, why did Mikleo learn a new art? What about me? There we go, martial arts. Yeah, I forgot that this is how they work. They, some of the arts in the game are just by attacking. They have different forms and stuff, and I really like that. I thought that was cool. So I guess I didn't carry this over, or you can't. Regardless, I don't think I had enough points, even if it was an option. Hidden arts are the more classic ones. Mystic Art, Bolt Tempest. During a combo in normal state at BG3 or higher, press and hold O and R2 to activate. Blast Gauge 3. A mystic art that draws on the God of Thunder's powers to reach the full potential 1 speed. After a 4-hit combo in normal state at BG5 or higher, press and hold O and R2. Apparently I used it 4 times. I don't remember using it. It's been so long. I remember Bolt Tempest because I use it all the time. I really like it. I use it 101 times to be exact. Interesting. Do we even have the blast gauge, or is that not unlocked yet? There you are.
Time for battle. No escape. Strike. It's over. Ready? All right. Well done. How's this?
I can't remember if this is the music when the game started or if it's being changed.
Oh, to stand against the Hellions.
Because some of the outfits change the music to be at different points in the game.
This was in the celestial record. That human probably got caught up in all the lightning just like we did.
More like the other way around. We have her to thank for all that crash, boom, bang.
That lightning. That was Gramps, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a warning to invaders. Not one more step.
Sorry, Gramps. I can't just leave someone who needs help.
This is turning into an eventful day for once.
That was a cool monolith.
We've had quite a bounty of discoveries today.
If I'm not mistaken, that stone is a lot newer than the surrounding ruins.
Yeah, it's from a completely different age.
It read like advice of some sort.
Most likely it's a guidepost left by previous visitors to aid fellow travelers.
So We're not the only ones who go around investigating ruins.
Humans have terms for them. Things like adventurer or explorer.
Explorers.
What a nerd. All right, where am I? I guess I'm this one. Yeah, the date. The date. Holy crap, how long has it been since my last file? Let me see. I didn't even read that. Oh my gosh, it's almost been exactly a year since it's actually been more than a year since I last played this game. That's funny. I mean, how much more time away do you need for something than a year, right? Right. I seriously want them to port Tales of Symphonia Chronicles to the PS4. Perform a quick step with square and L. Okay, I get it. There we go. There we go. That's what it is. This is for dodging.
You okay, Mikleo?
Oh right, I forgot about SC. I've not been paying attention. Yeah, that's actually a cool thing about this game also that I enjoy. A little mechanic change from classic Tales of games. Usually using abilities costs TP, which is like MP for people more familiar with Final Fantasy. But in this game, they changed it to a gauge that automatically refills if you don't do anything, which I think is cool.
What's this? Whoa! What the?
I'll be taking this. If you get too hung up on fiddling with it, we'll never get out of here. I'll give it back once we return safely.
If you say so.
Yeah, we can't have freaking outrage dork in the middle of this.
So close, but it's still so far.
Think we could jump?
Only one way to find out. Well,
Okay, maybe not. Hey, watch out!
don't scare me like that. Well, we definitely can't make it from here.
There should be a connecting point somewhere.
Let's go back and see what we can find.
You guys just didn't try hard enough.
Huh. You don't suppose...
Huh?
There, take a look. Go on, look closer.
Come on, we don't have time for this. Let's cut the fun and games, all right?
Oh, then let me explain. As you see...
Forget it. Let's just go back down there.
You never could handle losing.
Oh, right, back down to where the save point was. I was like, down where? Actually, that was something else about Tales of Vesperia that kind of was a little weird. The save points in Tales of Vesperia are hard to tell apart, because Tales of games have two kinds of save points. Normal save points and save points that fully heal you when you use them. In Vesperia, the ones that fully heal you are almost indiscernible from the ones that don't. Like, it's not as obvious. It's supposed to be, I think they're blue, but it's not nearly as clear as other games are. Like, in other games, it's very obvious that the healing ones are green. And, yeah, I thought that was a weird thing about Vesperia, but this game doesn't have that issue. The ones that heal you and the ones that don't, very easy to tell apart.
I see. So that's the deal.
Who would have thought that you could walk in midair here?
Or that an invisible bridge would be here.
Think it could support a person?
Well, well, aren't you sharp today? For a change.
Rude.
seems safe enough.
Yeah. This bridge is incredible. How do you think it was made?
I think this is beyond the capabilities of human technology.
So, like, the bridge alone might date from the era of the gods?
Possibly. But either way, they definitely had assistance, whether from Seraphim like me or someone else.
They really didn't want anyone to reach the other side.
The path ahead leads to Elysia. It stands to reason that they do what they can to protect the Pure Land.
In the past, any pilgrims who showed up at the shrine probably thought the gap was simply uncrossable.
Same as we did until just minutes ago. But good job picking up on that. Your intuition is always impressive.
Oh yeah?
For its rarity.
There we go. I knew it was too good to be true.
There's always a but, Saray. There is always a but. I love skits, by the way. Just Tales of skits are some of the best things ever. I wish they were always fully voice acted.
Maybe we should rethink this. Hey,
If they port Abyss,
are you all right?
I would love it for them to bring the cast back and dub all the sports.
I was in a forest and then
What
Looking for this?
Yep, she's human all right.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to test out if someone can see you or not.
Glad you're okay.
I'm sorry to have troubled you. And you are?
Your name.
Oh. Right. My name. I'm Saray.
Jeez, without Mikleo, Saray would forget to breathe.
Well met. Is there anywhere one could rest around here? I'll need to make plans to get back to the capital.
You're from the city?
Well,
I mean, basically, right?
Come to where I live.
Saray, are you nuts?
are you sure that wouldn't be a problem? You barely know me.
I can't just abandon someone in need. That's all.
Haven't you noticed that she won't even volunteer her name? It's only natural to be cautious.
Aren't you going to ask my name? Are you sure?
Everyone has their reasons, but you don't look like a bad person to me.
I cannot possibly thank you enough, Saray.
Gramps is gonna let us have it when we get back.
I know.
Yes?
Nah, don't worry about it. Anyway,
You just gotta-
that's the way out. Let's get moving.
Tell that little angel on your shoulder to shut the fuck up sometimes, right? Right. And we all feel that way, right? Like, that's the way we have to go. I just think that's pretty cool. So once again, because this is New Game Plus, I should be free to talk about any point in the game that I want to. So I'll go on and hit about the ending very briefly. This is the ending. Like right here, you go through that door to go to the final dungeon of the game, and I'm like, that's pretty dang cool, honestly. I always thought that was I love that kind of shit, where like the first area in a game ends up being very important to some extent towards the end of it. So that was just something I thought was really cool about Zestiria as well. I'm like, oh my gosh, we finally going back to that door?
But keep your eyes on the girl.
Okay, but too bad we didn't meet in better circumstances.
You really don't have a skeptical bone in your body.
He's a JRPG hero. Naivete is a prerequisite.
We made it back in one piece.
Wow, it's beautiful. Like a shrine out of myth. I half expect to see Seraphim wandering around.
You really do call them Seraphim.
Like, what else would
Is
you
that
call them?
funny to you?
Nope. Things which cannot be seen or explained, such as gods, spirits, or supernatural phenomena, are revered by the people as seraphim. Right?
A quote from the celestial record?
Bingo.
You've read it too?
Yep.
That look that
pretty
she had
good
on
as
her
well.
face, it's like, he's actually not
I
dumb.
used to read it all the time when I was a kid.
It's a little ways from here to my village. Let's get moving.
Okay.
That will always be one of my favorite things about modern video games, is when you're watching like a cutscene or something's happening and the camera pans around behind the characters and it's like, all right, go crazy. That will always be one of my favorite things. I loved it every time it happened in Kingdom Hearts 3. I loved it every time it happened in this game when I first played it. Anytime it happens in the game, I just really like it. Like even going back to Mortal Kombat 9 and I guess X2. I didn't play that one as much, but it's the same thing there. Injustice, both of them. Characters are talking, then the camera pans out and hey, look, fight. I just like that. I don't know. This is a small thing. Not a big deal to most people, I don't think so, but just something about it. Ooh, give me that. I'm greedy. I want it all.
So, is the Celestial Record a children's book?
Hmm?
Well, I mean, you said you read it when you were a kid.
Plenty of adults read it too. I was probably just mature for my age.
Oh yeah? Huh. Well, figures. I mean, it is an amazing book.
Yes.
Well, looks like someone's enjoying himself.
He gets to talk
This is
about
my
books.
village, Alicia.
It's the best thing
So
ever.
it's not Camlon, but Alicia then. Then the rumors were false after all. What are those creatures?
What do you mean, creatures? They're goats.
Goats? Are they usually this big?
Did she just say Camlon? I don't know if anyone's here watching, but can anyone verify for me? Isn't Camlon the origin village from the end of the game? Huh. That is foreshadowing.
Such robust horns. Just like the dragons of legend.
What, like in fairy tales? You're something else.
Don't go near it! There's no telling how dangerous untamed beasts like those are.
Ah, don't worry. We're friends. Oh, well, mostly. They did kick me 4 or 5 times when I was
Oh
little.
gosh.
Your friends?
Yep. Sometimes they give me milk, and I make cheese and yogurt with everyone.
The mark of true friendship.
Yeah, it's the best.
Oh gosh, I love Alicia. Probably a few thousand. Or he just got it and it was kind of crappy, but yeah. That Camelon name drop has me kind of like, oh, interesting. It just reminds me of the Symphonia narrator. Like, who saw that coming, right?
I'll go report this to Gramps.
Guess we can't keep quiet about all this.
Coming by afterwards?
Yeah. Hey everyone, got someone to introduce to you.
Many, many people. Or Seraphim. I guess it's only fair to call them people.
This is my family, living here at the shrine.
Gosh, there are a lot more than I remember them being.
Is this, some kind of performance piece?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
You're an odd duck, you know that?
I guess. That's my house. You go ahead and rest. I've got something to take care of.
May I have a look around the village?
Well, sure, but don't cause trouble.
Of course not. I'll behave as if I were in a shrine to the Seraphim.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll try not to make any waves.
Oh man, I sure hope Mick Leo's chat with Gramps went over well.
Yeah, pretty much. I like these guys. I honestly, that's another thing about newer things that I enjoy, is that it's easy to tell when you've already talked to NPCs. Something that Xenoblade 2 did as well. I just enjoy it. Oh, believe me, I know. I beat the game. I know exactly where it leads. I don't think she's a ruin. Beep. This is my house. I think they want me to go talk to Gramps, so I don't know. I didn't even know why I'm spending so much time talking to NPCs. I don't need to. I already beat the game. What they
There
say
should
don't
be a
matter.
Vista Point nearby. Oh hey, there's no baby Elisa larks in the nest anymore. I remember when one of them fell from the nest. I was gonna keep it and raise it, but Gramps wouldn't let me. A kept bird will never learn to fly, he said. Put it back. Guess you made it out of the nest on your own, huh?
Tales of Z. And there should be a lucky emblem nearby. Yeah, there probably should be. Somewhere. Gosh, I played too much Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, I mean, there are things. There are points of interest around that. When you find them, like I just did, that bird nest, and you examine them, it'll trigger a skit about that specific thing you examined. Happens a lot all over the game, and it's actually pretty cool. I like it that there are specifically skits tied to certain items and settings and things around the world. Although there was one that didn't trigger anything, and I still
And
think
I'll let
that's
you
the
hear rest
weirdest
from
one.
Soray himself.
So,
I reckon I'll have to. You idiots!
Hi, Gramps. I'm back.
How could you bring a human into our domain?
Easy, Gramps. Didn't you say you'd listen to Soray's side of the story too?
That's just what I'm about to do. You know full well the rules, Soray. How could you break them like this?
I'm sorry, Gramps, but I couldn't just leave her there.
Her kind is sure to bring nothing but trouble to our domain.
But I'm her kind too, you know.
You were raised along with our kind, which nurtured in you the ability to perceive us and converse with us. Normal humans have no such capacity. You should understand that more than anyone else.
Well, it is true. She doesn't appear to have any resonance.
But Gramps, this is the first time Soray's ever met a fellow human.
Perhaps. But if she can't see or hear the same things we do, she has no business in this realm. I have raised both of you as my own since you were but babes, all the while doing my best to protect this land.
And for that, I am grateful.
And I did that because the time draws near when you will both serve to protect this shrine, just as all the others have done.
How many RPG good
Our
boys have a
priority
Gramps?
is the peace of Elysia.
That's
Any intruders,
that's true.
no matter
Xenoblade
how
2
harmless,
also.
must be
Rex
cast out.
referred to Azurda as Gramps the whole time.
Yes.
Jeez,
It's
playing
time
Xenoblade 2
she
and this
left.
game back to back
Can we at
was
least give
really
her time to
nuts.
prepare for her departure?
Just make it quick.
Thank you.
Oh, this one's much more ornery than Azurda ever was.
Gramps.
I know, Macleo. He means well, in all things. And that's the very reason why I'm so worried for him.
Spoiler alert. Hello, people. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I honestly thought this place was floating in the sky when I first played the game. It is not. It's just a really, really tall mountain that it peaks up above the clouds, so I guess it might as well be, but not really. Wait, where do they want me to go? To my house? Okay, I did. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? Okay. Yeah, this place is pretty nice. Yeah, let her go talk to people, make friends that she can't see.
Hey.
Hey, wow! Is this crest what I think it is?
Yep. This is the mark of the shepherd.
I knew it! The chosen one who communicates with the Seraphim, controlling their incredible powers as if they were his own. The shepherd!
Sound like your kind of thing?
Nah.
Maybe.
I always thought that mankind's savior would actually look a bit more imposing.
Be silent, Seraph beast!
I shall not. Excavated relics aren't play toys.
True.
She certainly is taking her time.
I'll see what's up.
Isn't that the funny thing about putting on alternate costumes? I imagine she thinks you're mighty weird. Yeah, because the costume already had the shepherd's glove on it before he even found it. Because that's part of the costume, but now I actually got it in the story, so now I have it again. Weird how it went from white to red when he put it on, right? That doesn't happen. Hello. Where'd my speech bubble go? There it is.
Enjoy yourself?
I sure did. But it's weird. I felt like I was being watched the whole time.
Shall we eat?
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going to faint.
Let's head to my place.
Growling stomach. I know that feel. Can I zoom out the camera? I forget. Whoa. Oh, right. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, let me look at that again. Menu, objectives, map, menu. Adjust camera with the right stick. Nope. Doesn't look like I can. Alright, no problem. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. It's been a while since I played this.
Gosh, I hope we didn't worry him.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing.
It's not like I was worried.
Welcome in.
So you say that, Mikleo, but we all know the truth.
Hey. So then, what's your hometown like?
Well, I'm from the capital, Lady Lake, in the Kingdom of Highland.
Lady Lake? Like in the Legend of the Sacred Blade?
You've heard of it?
It was in the Celestial Record. The legend says the Lady of the Lake guards the sacred blade, and the one who draws it becomes the shepherd, right?
Yes. It was a lively and bustling town, blessed with bountiful water, rich in festivals and fine drink.
Wait, was?
Well, it used to be.
There is always a was. Always a was.
Things
Just like
must
butts.
be hard for folks in the world below.
Below?
The land that lies beneath the mountaintops. I've never left home before.
You've always lived here by yourself? Sounds to me like you're the one who's had it rough.
Oh, let me help you get ready for your return trip tomorrow. You need anything? Bread, rations, stuff like that?
That'd be great. If you have any tools or a sleeping bag, it'd be great too.
Gotcha. Well then, first we'll need to do some hunting. I'll be your guide tomorrow.
Thank you so much for everything.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come on! Hurry it up, Micleo. We ain't got time to mess around.
Yeah, I'll leave in a moment. Gramps gave me all kinds of things to take care of. I'm gonna be pretty swamped for a while.
Bummer. Well, don't you worry about me, at least.
So, Ray, Gramps only wants...
Yeah, I know.
Micleo!
Maybe later.
Sure. Good morning. You sleep okay?
Yeah, like a log. Been ages since I've done that.
All right then, shall we? The prickle boars lurk to the left of the entry gate. It's an ideal hunting place.
Got it.
Alright then, we're gonna do some early game stuff. Right? That's exactly what her facial expression is. She keeps looking at him like, is he okay? Yeah, he's totally fine. As they've said, the Seraph can only be seen by other Seraph or people with that specific quality, and she doesn't have that quality, so to her it
There's a
looks like
prickle
he's
boar.
insane.
So that's one, huh?
Their meat is easy to preserve when smoked, and super tasty. And the skin has all kinds of uses too.
I almost feel sorry for it.
Wanna leave?
No, my spirit is prepared. Besides, I can't get this sort of experience back home.
Okay. Here we go!
Get back here, you jerk.
Hey, pretty smooth move.
Thank you. You're rather capable yourself. I did it!
I'll get more arts and you'll see how awesome this skin gets.
That's that!
Yeah, I know about SC. I was already talking about it, and I was taught about it like 3 times
Guess we
already.
need a few more.
I don't see any around.
You'll find him if you look. Is that a monolith?
Where? There it is. What's this one teach me? Oh, difficult settings. Difficulty settings. I'm good. I bumped mine up to... what was it I bumped it up to?
No escape! Not yet! Ready?
Have I truly been of use?
I bumped it up to moderate, which isn't exactly super difficult. I think I'll probably boost it up to hard later. It all depends. This is New Game Plus, so I have more experience. I believe so. Let me see. What was it again? No, there it is. Yeah. Earn twice the usual experience when defeating foes. Yep. Did I not get that chest earlier? I guess I must have missed it.
No escape! How's this? That's that!
Ice pop. Food! Any more? There's one. I see it.
I am ready.
So, there are... I keep wanting to talk about some of the things I have issues with in this game, because that's kind of the whole point of the streams. I want to get into why I really...
I think we've hunted enough.
So, now what shall we do?
Don't worry. Let's
Oops.
head home for the day.
I did not mean to skip that. I was gonna hit it. I'm too used to Vesperia. In Vesperia, you can hit the button a few times to go through additional like options menus and stuff, or different things. But here it's like you hit it once and you just skip the entire ending thing. That's fine. All they're gonna do is now cook the meat up and then deal with the fur and all that stuff. Good old back-breaking labor.
I am ready.
I keep pressing X to attack. I think that's how it was with Vesperia. I don't remember.
No escape!
It's over. Go!
Okay, that's why I'm standing still to start all the fights.
That's that!
Because I hit X thinking that that's the attack, attack thing. It's not. Not right now, anyway.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
What's this for? Quick step. I already know about that. This seems like a good place. Yeah, it is a good place to find some ingredients. What a cute little EXP bag.
Hey,
Yeah.
how far is it to Lady Lake?
Let's see. I expect about 2 or 3 days.
Really? I had no idea it was so close.
But the forest at the base of the mountain is surprisingly easy to get lost in.
Must be the power of Gramps' domain.
Is 2 or 3 days not that far? That sounds like a long walk, Saray. Alright, where do I have to go now? Oh, it said go back to my home. Alright, I thought so. I wasn't sure. I'm gonna sneeze. Look out. Sorry about that. I've been doing that for the last few days.
Saray?
Oh, did I wake you? Sorry about that.
You're sure into that book, aren't you?
I've read it countless times since my childhood.
One day, I want to explore ruins all over the world. Everyone who's read the Celestial Records says that, and I'm no exception. But sadly, now is not the time for some jaunt around the world. For several years now, the world has been plunged into a nigh incomprehensible state of chaos.
You don't say.
Chaos?
Mysterious illnesses, incessant storms, people bursting into flames. There are those that say, even the dead have begun to walk the earth again.
Whoa, hang on. What are you talking about?
She's talking about the
You don't believe
JRPG
me?
you're in.
Or you think this is a joke?
No,
The situation is beyond grave.
Huh?
The chaos has caused abnormal climate changes all over the world. As a result, we are on the verge of enduring widespread crop death, famine, and starvation.
So
And
everything's
worst of
okay.
all are the rumors of governments planning to replenish their dwindling resources through war. It mustn't come to that.
Can nothing be done?
Who knows? There's nothing to hang on to but legends.
Which is why you... No, never mind. I won't ask. I think I'm gonna just hit the hay here myself. Sleep well.
If you can sleep on the floor, that's mighty impressive. I've done it like once or twice before, and it's the absolute worst. By the way, none of that stuff...
Good morning.
I'll wait.
Good
I'll wait.
morning. You ready to get to work? We gotta make those rations and bags from the prickle boars we hunted yesterday.
You got it.
Afraid it isn't exactly super fun, though.
Well, let me know when you're ready to start.
I forgot who her voice actor is, but I know her voice actor. Her voice actor is really good. Voice actors in Tales of games are fucking amazing, like all the time. I don't think Symphonia was released at a time when voice acting in video games was bad, but it was definitely exceptional for Symphonia, and it's only continued with Abyss and Vesperia and Zestiria. As much as I have problems with Zestiria, the voice acting is not one of them. It's phenomenal. The only Tales of game with bad voice acting, in my opinion, is No Surprise, Dawn of the New World, and it's more of a voice direction thing than anything else, and also a script issue where what they were saying was downright stupid to
Ready?
begin with.
So, what do you need me to do?
Did I wake you? You know what? I was about to point that out, but I didn't
Sorry
want
for
to
putting you to work
get in the
like
way of
this.
what they were saying.
Oh, I'm pretty used to it.
With your help, I'll be able to leave tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Yeah? Great. Well, better rest up for tomorrow. I ought to let Gramps know.
Gramps, there's no one else in this town.
Wish I'd asked her more about the world below.
I like that Mick Leo tells him, hey, don't freak her out, alright? You know she can't see us. And then, it's like he doesn't care. Soray's interesting. Okay, so I need to hit on some things really quickly right now, because I don't want to get too much into it. But the stuff that Alicia was talking about, the famine, all that stuff, the government's going to war, that's one of the biggest negative points of this game. We'll get into it later. Saray is saying, never mind, don't tell me, or whatever it was he was. When he says none of my business, you know, he just closed the book. He's like, let's just end this conversation now and not talk about it. That's his worst quality. Everything else about Saray is great. His desire to give everyone their privacy is not. Because he literally lets the other characters keep plot important details to themselves and never asks them to open up about it. Which is very inconvenient when
Hey, Gramps,
what they
she says she's leaving tomorrow.
say is very, very
I
important
see.
that he doesn't want to hear.
We'll all be sure
Because he's
to
worried
see
about
off.
bothering them.
After all, one must always be hospitable to one's guests.
Thanks.
Like, I get it, he's a really nice guy, and that's why. But believe me, when it gets to like the 5th or 6th time that happens with him and another character named Lila, you start not caring about what it is that she's not
I really
saying.
owe you. Thank you so much.
You gonna be okay by yourself?
I cannot cause more trouble for you than I already have.
I see. You'll be fine. Just follow that map and you'll get through the forest with no problems.
Oh, it's not that. I believe you. Alicia.
Huh?
That's my name. Alicia Difta.
Alicia?
You didn't even know who I was, and you helped me without asking anything in return. Whereas I thought only of myself, leaving you without even a name by which to call me. As a knight, I am ashamed. Please find it in your heart to forgive me.
It's okay.
I must confess something to you.
Hmm?
I know this sounds strange, but I believe that the Seraphim really do exist. The myths and legends that are preserved in the Celestial Record must be more than mere fairy tales.
Yeah.
This crisis that has befallen our world, I believe only the one spoken of in the ancient legends can truly restore order.
The shepherd, you mean?
You're not going to ridicule me? Everyone back in town does.
Of course not.
He believes all that.
You're a real saint. You know that? The Sacred Blade Festival is soon to commence in Lady Lake. A trial will be held based on the legend of the Shepherd's Sword. A trial I think you might be interested in.
Me?
Time to go. But please, give it some serious thought when you have the time.
How come?
The shepherd I see in my mind when I read the legends. I have to say, he reminds me a lot of you.
It's funny, the stranger says that, but his best friend is like,
What's this?
Gramps asked me to go out and search the ruins and find some clues about that girl. I've been down there looking.
So wait, this is Alicia's?
This is the crest of Highland. I don't think this Alicia is any ordinary knight.
I know this is difficult for you, but it really is for the best.
Gramps?
Someone has infiltrated my domain. Blast and damnation! Hiding your presence, are you, crafty bugger? Everyone, be warned! There is an intruder in our realm! Find them! They've concealed their presence, so chances are good it's a Hellion! Search with extreme caution!
no, that's not good.
Very well. If it is a Hellion, quick measures must be taken. I'm counting on you.
I have a hunch we'll find it around the forest.
Good idea.
But yeah, I really think that's funny that Mikleo or that Alicia's like, yeah, you're totally the shepherd, and then Mikleo's like, when I think of shepherd, I don't think of you. It's like, you're my best friend, man. Yeah, he does respect boundaries too much. That's how I should put it. Like, I get it, but it gets annoying, especially because the thing is that they keep this character's past and what she's been through. Not Alicia's, different character. They keep her past and what she's been through a secret for so much of the game that when you finally learn about it, it's not satisfactory at all. They've built it up way too much. I think they should have come clean about what she's been through like halfway through the game. Because waiting until the end to tell you something that is like, it's not something that you should have been kept from you the entire game is pretty garbo, you know. Oh, that wasn't good. The mech on attack is here, just like you said.
Mason!
How odd. I didn't expect to find anything but the main course here. But now there's 2 more side dishes.
What on earth is this thing? Is this the Hellion? This is not the place for one such as you. Leave at once.
What was this guy's name?
Impudent brat. I can smell the fear wafting off of you. Those tender arms trying to conceal their shivers.
Hey, that's cheating. It's not a JRPG without a really creepy
Aren't
guy, right?
You a succulent treat.
What?
Did I stutter? I'm saying I'm going to eat you.
Yeesh, I forgot how freaky he looked.
I can take you!
I forgot a lot about him.
Prepare to meet your doom, Hellion!
On the arts menu, unleash hidden art with X. Right, actually let me do something. Do I have magic lens at all? I don't? Wow, I'm surprised. Huh. I'm legitimately surprised I don't have any. There we go. I got Heavenly Torrent on... Wait, let me remove this. On X. Alright. Yay! Those are the more classic arts that people would know from Tales games. Does this guy have a name? No, they just leave it as unknown. Oh, he's not being stunned. He has super armor. That's not cool.
It's over. Let's get him. Ready? It's over. Fluid surge. How's this? Fluid surge. Won't lose.
Just die already. Your little bar is empty. I can barely see what's left in it.
This isn't over. I need a hand.
I did not realize I was almost dead.
I'll talk, aren't you?
Still haven't had enough yet?
Be gone!
You both sound tired. Ew.
Mason!
Stop eating the guy. He's already dead.
He ate Mason.
Is this what Hellions are capable of?
Away with you, evil being! Or you want to take us all on at once?
I shouldn't be snacking anyway. Not when the main course is getting away.
Mason.
What a creep. This is Metal Face.
We can handle the rest.
Gramps, that fox-looking thing, was that really a Hellion? They can talk to us?
Yes, that's the form of a human who has become a Hellion. Corrupted, essentially.
Humans can become Hellions?
Now, it's time you went back home and rest.
We should. Come on, let's head back.
Right.
So, it begins anew.
I like this, because, gosh, there's too many situations in games where boss fights that end so abruptly don't give you any rewards at all. But they're like, hey, here you go, EXP and shit. It's like, thank you. That's all I really wanted.
What on
By the way,
earth did it
Pete,
come here to do?
that's an insult to Metal Face.
How odd.
Like,
I didn't expect to find anything but the main course.
in Tales of
here.
Vesperia, there's a lunatic guy named Zagi.
Not when the main course is getting
And
away.
I would be like, I think this
Wait a
guy
minute.
is this game
Was he going
Zagi.
after
Like,
her?
if I played Vesperia first, that's what I would think. And that's kind of what he's set up as, except that he's not this game Zagi. Zagi you fight 6 times, I think, through the course of Vesperia. And you're a lot more involved with him, even though you don't learn all that much about him comparatively. But he feels like a much more present threat. Whereas this guy, you fight him 3 times the entire game. This time, we fight him, I think, once more later. No, 4 times. But even then, it's not just about fighting him, it's about his character.
Probably freak out with me gone suddenly.
He doesn't have one.
Sorry, everyone.
But that's one of Zestiria's biggest problems. The villains suck. There are 4 villains in this game, basically, including the main villain, and they're all
I just
bad.
saw a monolith written in ancient tongue.
They all suck. They're not good. So yay. The good guys are pretty good. All around, I say the good guys get some good development and are fun to hang out with. The bad guys, though, they just suck. You don't learn anything about any of them. Like, not anything of value, anyway. I think you learn the most about the main villain, and even then, he's so generic, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa! Mikleo! Why are you here?
thought I'd let you duck out of here.
Well,
I'm going to.
seriously?
We can talk more while we travel. We don't have time. But from what the Foxman said, it's fair to assume that he's after Alicia.
You picked up on that too, huh?
Of course. Now, let's hurry.
Hey,
What? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
I'm just really happy you came with me.
Yeah,
I couldn't let
he
you
ate
manage
his
the
own
world of humans
personality too.
alone. Not as guileless as you are.
Yeah, you really want to get invested in both sides of the story.
He
The
was
good
ready
guys
for it,
and the bad
anyway.
guys.
He knew
You
you'd
don't
leave
have to agree
someday.
with the bad guys. You just have to see where they're coming from and understand
Hey,
that
I'm just stepping
that's
out
how
for a
they
bit.
reached that
I'll see him
conclusion
again.
and still not be okay with
Gramps
it.
has always known that once you left, you'd live the rest of your days with humans.
Is this from Gramps?
We'll need money to get by in human society. He said to sell that if we're ever in a bind. And there's a message for you as well. Walk the path you believe in, and live your life to the fullest. And I know you will not go astray. That's what he said.
Let's go.
And there, we're leaving home. Alright, so I do want to, in light of shitting on this game's villains, because they all suck. Hey, there we go. Leaving the mountain.
Incredible!
By themselves, people are such frail creatures. That is why, in times of calamity, they pray for a shepherd to save them.
This is really it. This is our world.
The era later known as the Age of Chaos gave birth to a new shepherd. This is his story.
Now we get the anime opening.
After we
And
get to the
here we
forest,
are.
We should reach the lake. Then we just have to head down the slope.
Got it. But wait a minute. How do you know all this?
It's not complicated. I've been collecting information for this very day.
On your own? You never told me about it.
I also like that too, that they have conversations just as you're walking around. I think that's great. The only issue is that it can be interrupted by random encounters and stuff. Another thing I like about this game too is that when you encounter a new enemy you've never fought before, the characters have a conversation about it. Like very briefly at the start of the fight, they'll talk about the enemy. I just like that. Is the night girl the main guy's love interest or something? Oh my gosh. That's a loaded question, Pete, and you know it. I see a shopkeeper girl. Yeah, you do. Rose. Caitlin Glass. Elma. Respect. Same voice actor is what I'm trying to say. She's amazing. But, Alicia, I was going to talk about her, and I wanted to talk about her at some point. I just wasn't sure when. Because I don't want to spoil anything, but at the same time, this is a New Game Plus run, so I can talk about the whole game. I don't know how to summarize my issue with Alicia in a way that doesn't take years. But my issue with Alicia is actually not with Alicia. Alicia as a character I think is great. She's awesome. The game doesn't give a shit though. So, and that's the biggest issue. The game, for some reason, put Alicia into it, and then after 20 hours or so, I don't even know how long, they take her out, and that's just it. She's not in the game anymore, and it really sucks. For some reason, they decided to make this character only matter in the beginning, and then they wrote her out. And as far as I'm aware, there's no reason they should have done that, and there are more reasons they should have kept her in the game as opposed to writing her out.
I don't feel Gramps' domain anymore.
That's because we've left the forest. Our adventure officially starts here.
First off, we need to find Alicia and let her know she's being targeted. And then, we'll take down that fox guy.
It's best we avoid confrontation with Hellions as much as possible.
But
I want to avenge Mason just as much as you do. But we're just a seraph and a human, neither of us with any power to purify malevolence. Never mind defeating him. Whether we could even drive him off by ourselves is iffy.
And we can't rely on Gramps' assistance anymore. You're right, Mikleo.
I mean, you guys don't have to worry about Fox, dude. He's very irrelevant. We will find him and fight him in Lady Lake, which is where we're going. And then after that, he vanishes from the story for like 40 hours, at which point he pops up again for us to fight him, I think. In another town. I don't even remember if we fight him at this point, if there is a third fight against him. But I know we encounter him later, and then he vanishes again until like the end of the game, where they had decided, okay, go here to kill this main villain, and then go here to kill this main villain. Alright, back to the story. That's literally one of the parts of the game is like that.
A wolf? No. Oh, it's a Hellion!
It'll attack once it gives chase.
How's this?
Switch targets with R1 and direction. There we go.
Be gone! Strike! Fluent surge! Ready? No escape! How's this?
So Fox Guy could have been a little bit important because he comes where he comes from is kind of important. Like who he was as a human is a little important, but it's not really expanded upon in any big way.
Hellion all of a sudden. What luck.
Quite strange. I hope it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, that's a face telling you that it's not a
Tracking them
coincidence.
because they know I can see them?
Who can say? It's too early to tell.
Fluent surge! Be gone! No escape! Focus your efforts!
So an odd thing about this game, which once again is a concept I love, but also a concept that I think led to more problems, is that Seraphim and Hellions can only be perceived by the Shepherd and other Seraphim. So basically, the monsters I'm fighting right now are Hellionized wolves, and they look kind of crazy and not like wolves because they're weird, creepy creature monsters, right? The thing is that to every other character, like to all the normal people who live in this world, they're just dogs roaming the countryside that maybe attack you if you bug them. They don't see them as Hellions, and that applies to every single enemy in the game. Like only to you and only you do they look like monsters. To everybody else, they just look like creatures.
Attracted to us somehow.
And the issue with that is that it just makes your accomplishments seem a lot more meaningless in the grand scheme of things, because as far as the NPCs are concerned, it's like, oh, you're just killing wildlife. Who fucking cares? But like, you're like, no, I'm killing crazy, demonic, weird creatures that you can't see, and so I can't get any credit for doing anything cool because as far as they're concerned, it's not cool. And it's weird. It's something that I do that does kind of gets me a few times throughout the game, and it feels like it doesn't matter.
Watch for the pauses between attacks.
It's amazing how they can move without arms and legs.
But it does matter at only one point in the game, which is, in my opinion, the best part of the game, the dragon battle, which we'll get to that when we get to that.
Just managed to fend them off.
But as great as that moment is, it just, I don't feel like it makes up for enough.
Now I really feel like I'm actually in another world.
It's great to have a field trip and all, but try not to get us lost, please.
I'll be just fine.
Oh, hey, Ocarsius.
Awesome.
Why have you been up for 30 hours?
one that's
Please
the
go to
Celestial
sleep.
record?
That's not healthy.
It's kind of old though. I'll probably need to redraw parts of it as we go along.
I know that about Earthbound. My sister plays Earthbound. And yeah. Why is one of your enemies in this game a hippie? I always thought that was funny. It's really hard for me to kind of get across the point as to why it bugs me so much, but I think it'll become clear. That said,
Just managed to fend them off.
this game does a great job of like telling you, hey, this is how,
Some kind of trouble?
this is why people see this character as like a godlike figure, the shepherd, because the legends you hear about the shepherd tell you that he can do like anything, basically. Like they're unstoppable, powerful figures, right? And it's like, wow, that legend must clearly be overblown. And it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't, because the reason shepherds look so powerful is because they have seraphim fighting alongside them. The thing is, no one else can see seraphim. And there's no point better that introduces this, that illustrates this, than an encounter in a later cutscene in the game where Saray is fighting off these bad guys. I don't remember, I think they were like enemy soldiers or something, and a bunch of them sneak up on him from behind, and one goes to stab him in the back, and he doesn't acknowledge that they're there at all, but the attack gets deflected and the guy gets thrown away. And you see the scene twice. You see it once like that, how everybody else sees it, where it's like, oh my gosh, he just got thrown away by nothing. But then you see it from Soray's perspective, that Mikleo was behind him, blocked the attack, and then knocked the guy away. So because you can't see the Seraphim, Saray at the end of the game has 4 Seraphim with him, and they're constantly doing crazy stuff that no one else can see. So it looks like Saray is commanding fire and tornadoes, and just washing enemies away when it's really his friends and it's not just him. And it's really cool. It's this take on the mythical hero that like humanizes him a bit more, but also makes it really cool as to how there would be legends of their incredible feats, because it looks incredible to see it from anyone else's perspective, even if you know exactly what it is.
Look, Mikleo, that butterfly.
I'm guessing a type of Parnassius, though I don't know the exact species.
I've never seen one like this.
Of course. In the land below, there are tons of different types of plants and animals. Way more than Elysia.
A whole world filled with things I don't know about? That sounds intense. Awesome.
Don't forget, it also means more Hellions.
Oh, right. Hellions. Gramps said that once malevolence takes hold, anything could turn into a Hellion. So even this butterfly?
If malevolence settles in, probably.
Gives me shivers just thinking about it.
Sounds about right. Let's all be careful.
So y'all can hear the game, right? Because like I'm looking at the gauges and the game audio gauge is very low. I hope it's hearable. I guess like if you can hear the characters talking and everything else, then that's good. Okay. Oh yeah, Pete, I was talking about that. I guess you weren't here. This game starts with the main character. He lives in Elysia, a village on the top of a mountain that's so high it pierces the clouds. So it looks like it's floating in midair. And I played this game after finishing Xenoblade 2, where the goal was to get to Elysium, this paradise that floats in the air. So it's quite amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now because we're about to meet the best character in the game. My favorite character, Rose. So we're about to meet her. Get ready. I'm a fanboy.
We're the Sparrow Feathers, a traveling caravan of merchants.
I'm Agil, the captain. She's Rose. Nice to meet you.
I'm Saray. Nice to meet you too.
You finally learned how not to be a creeper.
Shut it. Oh, hey. So if you're a traveling caravan, where are you traveling to?
We're going all over the world.
Wow!
We're protected by a free trade treaty, meaning we have a free pass to pretty much go anywhere we please.
Sure, we get asked to smuggle all sorts of crap, but for us, trust is first and foremost.
Dishonorable trade is fine for dishonorable people, but we do things our own way.
And we're damn proud of it.
This must be the famed capitalism of humans.
Nah.
Sure seems that way. Yeah.
We're planning to stay in Lady Lake for a while. If you need anything, just give us a holler.
Yeah.
We will. Thanks.
Though they really ought to focus on their cart before drumming up business.
Oh wow, that's some knife you got there. Think you could part with it for 1,000 gold?
The royal knife. I think we need that. I think we need that, right? We need to give it to Rose. I mean, not Rose, sorry. Alicia, when we meet up with her again, right?
Aw, too bad. Let me know if you change your mind.
Saray, there's a dog here.
Oh, hi, doggy. Aw, he's so cute. Hey, Mickleo, why don't you pet him?
Animals like this one can sense us. It gives me the willies. It's not funny. Everyone has things they're afraid of.
A good chance of right? Yeah, so you don't freak him out.
Oh wow, that's some knife you got there. Think you could part with it for 1,000 gold?
No, I want to keep it.
Aw, too bad.
If you want the pipe, you can have the pipe. I don't need it, but the knife I think I need.
I heard Princess Alicia came through here when she got back to the capital. I would have loved to see the so-called Princess Knight for myself.
Princess Alicia, huh?
Phew. Sounds like she made it back safe.
Glad to hear that Fox Freak didn't catch up to her. But still, to think that she was royalty.
No kidding. A straight-up princess?
A princess, a knight, and she explores ruins on the side? How'd she wind up with that gig?
Won't know until we ask her.
That's true. Besides, Foxy Loxy might be in town waiting for a chance to get at her.
Yeah, we've got to let her know.
So how exactly do I get through here?
The entry paperwork? Sure. Take care of it now, and I'll let you in just as soon as that cart's fixed.
All right, I'll be right on it.
Hey everyone, about the hassle.
Well, that was well timed. Welcome to Lady Lake.
I mean, it's not just me, right? I mean, I don't want to sound like weird or anything, but Rose is very attractive. Like, come on, I can't be alone in this. Yeah, she's like, yeah, definitely one of the best parts of this game. I don't even know why it's a debate. Yeah, she's pretty darn great. But she's also one of the funniest things about this game because you meet her a bunch of times before she joins up with your squad. And for the longest time, I was like, I hope she's playable. Despite the fact that she's in the opening with you and the other 4 Seraphim. So it's like, she's probably important, right? But the reason I didn't know that was her was because in the opening she's wearing a completely different outfit. She's not wearing what she's wearing now as a shopkeeper. And I was like, wait, so is that her? Like, I could never be 100% sure until you meet Rose, like, I don't know, like the 5th or 6th time. It's actually way later when you meet her again. And she wears the new outfit that she has in the opening. She puts that on. And I was like, oh, that was her. And then I was like, that was her. Okay, I didn't know her. I felt really dumb. I didn't recognize her at all. Yeah, Miklio's scared of puppies. I think it's really funny though that one of the cool things about this game too is that let's see. Oh, actually, not really so much cool as it is incredibly silly. When the game started, Saray was wearing this outfit. He doesn't get this outfit until maybe an hour later. You know, we still have like an hour, 2 hours to go before he actually gets this outfit. The white version that he wears in the opening animation, not the red one. You can get a bunch of stuff to put on. Like, right now I have Saray wearing a rose corsage, as you can see right there. That's not part of the outfit. That's an additional piece I put on just because I thought it looked good. You can put on a bunch of stuff on the characters, including glasses. And some really funny looking glasses, I think, are options in this game. I don't remember. But I just think it'd be hilarious if you gave Miklio some, like, over-the-top headgear or something weird to put on his face. Because you saw, when you first see him at the beginning of the game, it starts on his feet, then the camera pans up to his face when he's like, hey, Saray. So just imagine if it panned up to him wearing something absolutely hilarious and ridiculous. It's like, damn, nothing kills the mood more than that. Insomnia and your work is a very bad combo. Luckily, I don't have issues with insomnia. I have stomach issues, which sucks because I love eating. And also, I'm a little sick right now. Hey, Pete, you're not allowed to love her. I love her.
This is what Lady Lake is like. I can't believe it.
Oh, so this is how humans live. Don't they find it overwhelming? Wow.
Gosh, you'd think so.
Just remember, this isn't a sightseeing trip. The real question is, do we try to find Alicia first, or look for the Foxman?
So, let's have a look around town for now.
Good call. Let's gather information.
Okay, here we go. So yeah, the beginning of the game is pretty slow, but that's how all of these games are, really. Tales of games and just JRPGs in general have pretty slow openings, and that's okay.
My old lady will swat me for it, but they're yours for just 860 gall.
Oh, is that cheap?
Saray, behind him.
Should we give it what for?
And have everyone think you're attacking the street vendor? You want to tour the inside of a human jail cell? To everyone else, he looks just like an ordinary human.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually very creepy. Like, it's not just me, right? Oh my gosh. They're hiding in plain sight. There was another weird one around here somewhere. Yeah, the cities in this game are much bigger than they were back in Vesperia.
Shut up, old man. You smell like farts.
Rude. That's the kind of kid I would trip down the stairs and not feel sorry about. There it is.
And stay down. Ugh. Can't even swing a fist right. Ugh.
That's different.
Indeed. We'd best not get involved.
Hard to ignore something that's happening right there, but okay. Let's help this kid out.
Huh? What the hell you want now?
Whoa.
What, you got a problem? Oh, hey, mister. You smell like you'd be mighty tasty.
Hey, let's get out of here.
I hate this town. Can we go home? I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I didn't know we were playing a horror game. I wasn't prepared. Time to kill a kid and not go to jail. Oh my gosh, if only. If
Sure
only.
is lively around here. So many people.
Don't let your guard down. A crowd just means more Hellions lurking about, drawn to people's corrupted hearts.
Are we Kingdom Hearts now? That was an interesting choice they made for this game, actually. There are a bunch of chests around the world. There's the generic brown chests. Then there's bronze, silver, and gold chests, which can only be opened if you have bronze, silver, and gold keys. The keys are, you find them as you progress through the story. So this is a generic chest. The one up there is a bronze chest, and this one's a silver chest. Can I go in here? No, not yet. I think I got a new weapon. Sorry about that. Once again, little sick.
There should be a vista point nearby.
Oh yeah, the wheel.
Look at the size of that thing. Water wheels. They're for grinding wheat with water power, right?
Grinding wheat, threshing grain, making yarn. A whole bunch of uses, really. With so many humans living here, they probably rely heavily on larger scale machines like this.
Oh, I wonder when this dates from. The foundation looks pretty old, but the wheel itself looks new enough.
Saray,
Yeah?
this water has been affected by malevolence.
What?
It flows throughout the town before it gets here. So it seems what Gramps told us is true.
It's humans who are creating the malevolence.
It's less noticeable in this game because malevolence is a real word. But in Tales of Zestiria, this is what I was going to talk about earlier. That game introduces so many made-up words. It's hilarious. There was a point in time where one of the characters is talking, and he's like, blah, 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 made-up word, blah, blah, made-up word, blah. And it's just, I was laughing. Like,
Looks like there's something nearby.
the scene makes sense, and it's not a bad thing. It's just really funny. They have air crane, clear ciel crystal, Entelekea.
Are you getting in line?
No way. First, we've got to make sure Alicia's safe.
I'm sure we'll be back.
What other word was there? I can't remember, but I thought it was really funny. A lot of lingo. This game doesn't have much. It's like the Shepherd, the Lord of Calamity, and what was the last one? Malevolence, yeah. Hellions. That's about all I could think of. What's Alicia gonna think when she sees us? That we're like lost puppies who followed her home?
That dog. What's gotten into it? He's here.
No mistake, that's the Foxman.
After him.
See, McLeod, dogs aren't that bad. They can detect Hellion bitches. Also, this is Alicia's house, so pretty fitting that he'd be here. I don't know how he knew where she lived.
Foxman's target.
Looks like it. He probably retreated for now because of the commotion.
What a stalker. Alright, but that's a gold chest over here. I thought it was a bronze chest at one point. I remember when I was first playing the game. And I came here with the bronze key and it wouldn't open. And I'm like, oh, it's not bronze. And then I left.
Who would have thought that he would be this fast?
The dog's still chasing him. We can't let him get away.
Alright, I didn't see where he went. I actually think he's near the sanctuary. I think that's where we're supposed to fight him. I could be wrong.
Damn, if only we'd been faster.
Not the dog!
Sorry, pup. I promise we'll bury you properly later. Mickley,
This guy's
let's go.
dead.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it, you Wolverine knockoff.
Your chicken hunting days are over, Fox.
So, you're really that eager to die, are you?
Ready? No escape! It's over! Let's get him!
Alright. 2000 HP isn't that much, all things considered. Could be worse.
Ready? Strike! How's this? Flow and surge! Get on! Strike! It's over! Shred my phone! Flow and surge! It won't end here! It won't end here!
Try this. Take that. Try this.
I need a hand! Ready? Strike! It's over! Be gone! No escape! How's this? That did it! Healing power!
Ah, maybe dizzy.
That did it! For your protection! Healing power!
I appreciate if you could heal me faster, Mikleo. I'm kind of dying here.
For your protection! Be gone! Strike! Healing power! I need a hand! Flow and surge! Ready? How's this? Healing power! Flow and surge! Be gone! Strike! It's over! Be gone! Strike! Lunar Stream! Ready? Strike! Go! What?
Almost 40 hits there at the end.
Dang. He's a lot stronger than I remember.
When we fought him back in Elysia, he must have been weakened by Gramps' blessing.
I'll burn you to cinders! Take that!
Mikleo!
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. A fitting end for worms who dare to wriggle at a god! Boss! No, I swear, I wasn't...
Quiet.
Who are you?
We won't warn you again. Be silent.
Have you forgotten our code, Lunar?
You're all out of second chances. Understood?
Go.
The assassination order was a mistake.
Princess Alicia will no longer be our target.
You expect me to believe that?
We have our honor. Stay.
The princess's enemies are legion. For those who wish to remove her, assassination is but one option among many.
You have bigger worries than who we are or what we do. I suggest you hurry to the pedestal, where the sacred blade is kept.
Why are you telling me this?
Honor.
So, I guess I should be thanking you for saving us. Hey, are you all right?
What? What in the world?
Looks like we were saved by an assassin's guild.
By a what?
They were after Alicia by mistake or something. They took that Fox guy away with them. But more than that, it looks like Alicia's not out of danger yet.
Looks like. What's going on?
Hey, I don't get it any more than you do. Let's just hurry to that pedestal.
Lunaire, that was his name. It's not worth remembering because he's not a character. He's a scrub.
No entry. If you want to check out the festival, go out front.
What gives? You're letting him through.
Well, that's because I'm festival staff.
That's right. Authorized personnel only. Everyone else, move along.
But it's urgent. Can't you do anything?
Afraid not.
At least that side entrance is actually guarded. 9 times out of 10, they're not.
Need a hand?
You look like you're in a bind. I bet you want to get at that pedestal now, don't you?
Yes, Alicia could be...
They don't need to know that.
I mean, if you could help me out, it'd really make my day.
Sure thing, but we'll need some cash.
Cash?
Yep. Remember the guard back there? He's not averse to a little grease on his palm, if you know what I mean. We can get you through.
How much?
Let's see. I think 1,000 gold ought to cover it.
I mean, I don't have any money. I don't think so. Let me think about it.
Change your mind?
Well, think it over. It's no skin off our butts either way.
I forget. So I remember, thanks to the cutscene, that these guys are the Sparrow Feathers. I forgot that was their name for the merchants. I forgot the assassins though. I forgot what their group was called. It was like Bone something, Skull something. It was something imposing, you know. Obviously, no, I don't have any gold. Why is handing over 1,000 gold an option? You're not, because all the stores are closed. So you have to give them an item. So you either sell Alicia's knife at the front gate and get 1,000 that way, and then give that to her, or you give them Gramps' pipe now. I didn't want to sell her knife last time, and I was like, next time I play the game, I'll sell her knife. I can't bring myself to sell Alicia's knife, because I care about Alicia as a character more than I care about Gramps. No offense to Gramps. Gramps is cool, but yeah, Pete, that's why we can't go in the front. It's not open, and there's a line. Have you ever had to wait in the line, dude? Sucks. A picklebore hide, prized glove, Gramps knife. I mean, Gramps pipe royal knife. What's a picklebore hide? I mean, I know I have that. What's a prized glove? Oh, is that my glove? I'm not gonna give them that. I don't think so, anyway. I don't know. Yeah, no problem. Have a good time. Will they take the hide? Is that enough? I'll check if it's enough.
I can't really see us parting with 1,000 gold for something like that.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's fine. How about the pipe then? Or the knife? I don't know if I want to give him the glove. I assume the glove is what I'm wearing. How can I give that to them? Well, we'll see what it does. Just to see. Nah, alright, I didn't think so. I mean, the glove means a lot to him because he's the shepherd, but... Or will be. I don't know. I kind of want to see what the knife would do. Maybe next time. I think I'm just going to stick to the pipe.
Hope you're okay with this, Gramps.
Whoa, this is one swanky-ass pipe. This is easily worth over 1,000 gold. You should probably get it appraised first.
Forget it. I just need your help right now.
Well, all right. Works for me.
I know you're in a hurry. Let's go.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Consumed Gramps' pipe. Well, when you put it that way.
This is the guy. You good?
All right, then. I'll be taking her sword. Let's have it.
Don't need it. And is the other guy okay with it, or is he asleep?
Well, that was easy. By the way, that pipe you gave me is worth way more than 1,000 gold, no question. Be sure to come and see me again when you're done. I want to give you a fair deal.
I appreciate it.
I still think her version of a
We
fair
gotta get
deal
back
is
to work.
Thanks so much.
quite hilarious. Like, no joke.
We went through all that trouble, and we can't see the pedestal. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, sorta. Hey, what are you doing?
Being invisible has its benefits.
Seriously?
Hey, Saray, come over here.
What is it?
Saray?
Alicia!
Is that you, Saray? Welcome.
And who may this be?
This is Saray.
Ah, yes, the one who rescued our princess way out there in the ruins.
It was a good time.
Saray, this is Lady Maltran. She's been appointed as the committee leader for the festival this year. She is also the one who taught me the way of the spear.
Nice to meet you. I'm Saray.
It is a pleasure.
By any chance, did you come here to attempt the trial of the blade?
Not just that. To tell you the truth.
Long story, but yes,
What
things
this mysterious
not good.
organization has told you is true. There are indeed those who think less than favorably of me.
That's a nice way of
Even
putting
so,
it.
I cannot live my life in fear of them.
But Alicia...
Thank you so much, Saray. I really appreciate your concern. Soon, the finale of the festival, the Flames of Purification, will begin. Please enjoy yourselves.
So this is what statespeople deal with.
She didn't even flinch.
Oh, that's right. Check out the pedestal.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the thing that he wanted me to see, but then all of a sudden, Alicia. Which actually, now that I think about it, is actually quite fitting.
If no one else can see her, does that mean she's a seraph?
You probably can't remove the sword unless you can speak with her, meaning no ordinary person can do it.
Incredible! So that means the legends were true. Hey, say something to her.
Me?
Unless you want me looking like a total weirdo.
You always look like a total weirdo.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow citizens of Lady Lake. For the past several years, we have abstained from our beloved festival in light of the general state of the world. But this year, thanks to the grace and assistance of Our Lady Alicia, the Sacred Blade Festival can be held once more.
We yet live in a time of crisis. Violent weather, geopolitical tensions, pestilence, famine. The list goes on.
That all sounds terrible. Like, really.
However, I believe that it is precisely times such as these that make our cultural traditions and celebrations all the more vital to maintain.
O wondrous Lady of the Lake, show us your power.
I still think it's really interesting. Of all the characters, the Lady of the Lake, so to speak, is the Fire Seraph. I just enjoy that.
O merciful Lady of the Lake, hear our plea. cleanse us of our sins and woes with your flames of purification.
She can do that. She has that fire.
Citizens of Lady Lake, this jubilant festival shall be as a prayer to the heavens that we may know peace and prosperity.
Some prayer, all right. This prayer of yours gonna give us our jobs back?
The council already seized the crops and weaponry trades for the state. They might as well declare war and get it over with.
Hey, lady! You trying to kill us?
This ain't nothing but the council giving itself a pat on the back. Well, we're not gonna stand for it. Find someone else to lick your boots.
Silence! Do not disturb the festival.
Enough!
Ha! Serves you right. How dare you!
Uh-oh.
This whole riot was a setup.
Look at that guard!
This must be the work of the Chancellor.
I can't believe they'd involve the citizens they swore to protect in a power struggle. Are we really so corrupt?
Alicia!
Saray, get to safety!
No! You mustn't give in to hostility! Such emotions will breed hellions!
She turned into a hellion. The evil in people's hearts gives rise to malevolence. Once it reaches a certain point... Lady of the Lake! Can't you do something? You have the power of purification, do you not?
A seraph? And you can see me?
Oh, that's not good. That's exactly what I said.
Part of the Hellion itself. The most I can do is manage the regular ones.
Okay.
Saray, you really can see Seraphim, can't you?
Ooh, that's not good.
This isn't looking good. The Hellions are coming out of the woodwork.
The power of purification is not my own. It is a power given to those who would draw the sacred blade and become my sword.
Then I'll do it. What?
Saray! Do not be hasty! To become my sword is to serve as a vessel for me to dwell in, and to assume the shepherd's burden. Blessed with the power of purification and abilities beyond human ken, cursed to be scorned by others and wrought with despair. To protect this land from the Hellions means a constant stream of agonizing decisions. It is a lonely battle, the likes of which you can scarcely imagine.
That's the burden of the shepherd? And you want Saray to take all that on right here and now?
It is not to be done lightly.
May I ask you your name?
Oh, of course. I am Lila.
Lila. My dream is to investigate ancient ruins all over the world. I believe that the legends of the past hold knowledge about how humans and Seraphim might one day live in harmony together. I must find a way to make that happen. To bring humans and Seraphim together.
The shepherd job description is not a nice one.
Find the Hellions will save both humans and Seraphim. Then it's the best chance I'll ever have to make that dream a reality.
Are you really okay with this?
Saray.
That's why. I shall become the shepherd. I offer myself to you as your vessel, and shall bear your burden.
I've waited long for this moment. For one who is pure of heart and free of corruption. A shining vessel to whom my words will reach. Now, Saray! Take up the sword!
You got it!
Do it!
You?
Get back, Alicia.
Hey! You'll be able to handle the Hellions, right?
Yeah. Just take care of the rest of the flames.
Alright, now let's do this!
Oh boy, got that awesome shepherd power now.
Did he become a Hellion?
I can take care of those slimes with my fire. Purify them with the shepherd's power.
Got it. Ready? Fluid surge! How's this? Not yet. Ready? How's this? Hang on, everyone! Be gone! Strike! Fluid surge! Be gone! Those sweet dreams!
Alright, last guy.
Ready? Strike! Ready? No escape! Fluid surge! Ready? Strike! This isn't over!
Now then, bye.
Ready? This isn't over!
That's also an interesting thing about this game I like is that when you hit the enemies multiple times, two numbers appear.
What?
No.
The damage you're doing and the damage you've done in that string. Usually that is put like up in the corner.
Are you really?
Yep. I am the shepherd now.
Oh yeah. So the game ends, right? Oh, this asshole.
Chancellor Bartlow.
Lady Alicia, we received word that there was a civil disturbance among the commoners.
Indeed. However, it has already been quelled by the appearance of the shepherd.
Hi.
The shepherd, you say? Citizens of Lady Lake, I hereby announce that this year's Sacred Blade Festival has come to a close.
You heard him. Clear out at once. Please don't hold up traffic. Keep moving.
Milady, I should like to ask the cause of all this at a later time. Lady Maltran, your presence is also requested. The shepherd of all things.
Get used to it. I'm gonna be here for at least
Now
60
then,
game hours.
It is time for me to return to my place within you.
Yeah, I am the vessel after all.
Now that's a creepy sight.
Nah.
Saray?
What's wrong?
It's because I have entered his body. I'm afraid he'll have a high fever lasting about 3 full days.
What? Why?
Presumably, the human body is reacting to the sudden presence of unknown powers inside of it. Those who make a pact with a seraph usually wind up bedridden for a time.
So that's what happens to one who becomes a vessel.
I don't feel so good.
Hey, are you all right?
Not really. I think I'll take a nap for about 3 days.
Saray!
It's quite a nap. Sometimes I wish I could sleep that long. Lucky bastard. I think if I transferred those items, I would have kept, like, weapons that were stronger than the base weapons. But, you know, with 2 times the XP, I feel the game's going to be easier than it was the first time around, enough as it is. So I guess I shouldn't put too much deal with
Good
anything
morning.
else.
Morning, you two.
You okay?
Better than before. Where is this? What happened to me afterward?
You're at the inn in Lady Lake. Alicia graciously took care of the arrangements.
You really were asleep for 3 days straight, you know?
Was I?
Now that Saray is awoken, why don't we all take a walk around town?
I'm game.
All right, let's go.
I think it's interesting how they made Lila and Mikleo look so similar as Seraph.
Oh my, he's younger than I thought.
It's the shepherd.
Literally an overnight celebrity.
Well,
he is.
an over 3-night celebrity. I don't know why it is that they look so similar, because like the other Seraph that we know of, Edna, Zavid, and Dezel, all look very unique.
You must be hungry, kind shepherd. I'll fix you up something at once.
Thank you, sir. But I'm actually stepping out for a bit.
Oh, really? Well, then I'll get it ready for when you come back. Don't worry about the bill. It's the least I can do for the shepherd.
Really? Thank you so much. I'll be back in a little while.
I need to sleep, and he's just flaunting his 3-day-long night. Yeah,
no one
it's
out.
kind of a dick
I guess it's
move,
still
all
pretty
things
early in the
considered.
You all right?
I just felt strange all of a sudden, like a weird pressure was crushing down on my chest.
What?
You can sense it already? What you're feeling is the malevolence all around us. Now that you've become my vessel, you can sense it. This is proof that your body has already grown accustomed to my power.
You don't say. You mean there's really that much malevolence out there, even beyond the city?
Indeed, and this is only a taste. As people start to crowd the streets, you'll feel it even more.
Ew.
Come this way.
Maybe that's why Lila was sleeping. But yeah, one of the things this game actually reminds me of, like as you can see the little black dots floating around, it kind of reminds me of Twilight Princess, when there's an area that is filled with twilight that you have to like brighten up. It looks like that, only a lot rougher. That's actually one of my least favorite things about Twilight Princess. I feel like in this game it's a little too subtle, but in Twilight Princess it was a little too obvious. Like it was too much haze. Those parts of the game made me dizzy and I did not like them. So like, I would think a good way to portray a world being corrupted by darkness would be somewhere in between this and Twilight Princess. Preferably more on this end, because Twilight Princess is way too much.
Oh man, what a gorgeous lake!
Like, I'm really looking forward to playing this game more, because it's an interesting one. Like, once again, I've beaten it, so I know everything, but
corrupted by malevolence.
I'm looking forward to seeing
Now that I can sense it, I can feel
how
the
correct my
corruption
opinion
everywhere.
is.
We can't let this go on.
It isn't just happening here in Lady Lake either. It's eating away at the entire world.
And after this, I want to play Tales of Symphonia 2. That's why I want the PS4 port,
Blessing of the Seraphim, can you not?
because it's such a bad game.
In Elysia, I could always feel Gramps' blessing. But here, nothing.
But Lila, this little walk of yours isn't just to reconfirm the situation in Lady Lake with us, is it?
You've got something to tell us.
Yes, I touched on it before, but now I must clarify to you the true purpose of the Shepherd. The Shepherds can quell the Hellions, beings who bring chaos to humans and Seraphim alike, with the power of purification. That is the power of the Shepherd. However, that in and of itself is not the Shepherd's duty. What the Shepherd must quell is the source of all malevolence, the being who gives rise to the Hellions. The Lord of Calamity.
The Lord of Calamity?
Yes, this figure has been known by this name for countless centuries. Whenever Hellions run rampant, this figure is always there. A Lord of Calamity, who begets Hellions with the overwhelming amount of malevolence he possesses. Given enough time, a Lord of Calamity can even permanently alter the world itself. Such is the calamity he brings.
Wait. If I remember correctly, the Celestial Record said that a shepherd hasn't appeared for the last 200 years.
And 200 years ago, there are records that the world was overcome by an unprecedented calamity. Could there be a connection?
No, I think the book was talking about Calamity Ganon.
So,
Different
the Lord of
scenario.
Calamity is the source of all the malevolence, and it's the duty of the shepherd to find and put a stop to him.
See, it was a line like that,
That's
but
all
with
well
more
and good.
made-up words in
Where
it.
is this guy?
For now, it is enough so long as you understand the duty of the shepherd.
Huh?
The answers you seek are those you must discover for yourself, Saray. Answers of your own that you will not regret. Stay true to yourself. Forget not your duty, but be not a slave to it either.
Answers of my own.
And to that end, Saray, I know you want to ask about the effects the Lord of Calamity has on this world, and how Earth Dwellers and Seraphim go about their lives, but I want you to discern these for yourself.
It's true that I'm completely clueless when it comes to just about everything in the world.
I want you to travel the world and discover all sorts of things. Only then can you take the answers you have found for yourself and make a stand against the Lord of Calamity.
It's not that tricky a concept. Pretty much boils down to, hey Saray, let's take a trip around the world.
And that is exactly what we do for the next 60 hours. We go from place to
Anyhow,
place.
Can we start by investigating some food? Talk about calamity. I'm gonna pass out.
Shall we head back to the inn? I don't want to have to carry our shepherd around.
Sure.
Now, what a rare sight, Lila being serious. I forgot how serious she was when you first meet her. At some point, she just... I don't even know if it's at one point or something, but she becomes very dorky. Not that that's a bad thing in and of itself, but...
Weird, but I can't say I'm not excited.
I think it's safe to say you're probably the most, sheltered shepherd in history.
You really think so? Hey, Lila, what kind of people were the other shepherds?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I missed what you said.
So, what were the other shepherds like?
I missed what you said.
Nah.
Lila?
Yes.
Hiding something?
Oh my, isn't this lovely weather?
Looks like she doesn't want to talk.
Deflecting.
Can I ask why you won't answer?
I have forged an oath with myself. So long as I uphold that oath, I may wield certain extraordinary powers. However, the terms of the oath also prohibit... things.
So wait, does that mean there are certain things you can't discuss?
By powers, I assume you mean the power of purification?
Oh wow, look at the pretty butterfly.
You're kind of bad at this, aren't you?
Does it really matter? We're traveling the world to find these answers anyway, after all.
So we need to go investigate each land's shepherd myths?
Yes, yes, yes! That's 1000% correct.
Can other seraphim besides you wield the power of purification?
We should get back before Saray collapses from hunger and we have to sneak his body through the back alleys.
That'd be something I want to
Get
see.
going. Chop chop, no time to waste. The food is probably ice cold by now.
Let's get going.
So, that's probably the worst combination in this game. Saray's refusal to press any issues further, combined with Lila's refusal to expound on anything, leads to conversations that don't matter, you know, and it's just, gosh, it's so bad. Like, at the beginning, it's kind of funny and quirky, but later on, when they ask her, like, really serious stuff, and she's just like, yeah, I can't answer that, it's like, alright.
Phew, that was good. It really hit the spot.
You ate like a champ.
It was delicious. You sure you don't want me to pay for it?
Of course I am.
Thanks so much, sir.
Oh, I have something for you. A gift arrived from Lady Alicia.
Huh? What could it be? Huh. It's a letter. My sword. Bags and... clothes?
There's the outfit.
Ah, perfect timing. Go get changed, you kind of smell.
Rude.
All right, then.
Oh my!
Check it out. I changed into exactly what I was wearing.
It looks fantastic on you, Lord Shepherd.
It really does. So dashing.
Oh man, I want one.
It's the garb of the shepherd handed down from tradition in Lady Lake. You wear it well.
So you can put lipstick on a pig.
Just admit it, Mikleo. You're jealous.
He never...
Yeah,
there's
you
no
wish.
pause button on Mikleo Sass, is there?
So what's the letter all about?
Well, let's see. Dear Saray, I was surprised that you fainted so suddenly. I hope your rest at the end was rejuvenating.
When I learned that you can communicate with Seraphim, beings of divine nature who cannot be seen by ordinary people. When I saw you draw the sacred blade from the Lady of the Lake and quell the riot at the festival before my eyes. My heart leapt with joy, the likes of which I've never known. The only thing I can think of to tell you is a sincere, heartfelt thanks. I hope you do not find this strange.
He is the real shepherd.
Though I do think that my true feelings do not come across well in a letter. I know that, as the shepherd, you are soon to embark on a journey to save the world. But once you are awake, I would like you to come and visit me at my home. P.S. Did you have a chance to try on the clothes I got for you? They're modeled after the traditional garb of the legendary shepherd. I hope they are to your liking.
My, what a kind-hearted young woman.
Yeah, seriously. I should be the one who's thanking her.
Why not do it in person then?
Good idea. Let's move.
Come back and see us again, kind shepherd.
You bet I will.
Yeah, I kind of need to stay at the end multiple times in the game anyway. Can I buy stuff now?
These clothes offer more mobility than I thought.
They look purely ceremonial at first glance, but it turns out they're practical.
Quite so. Perfect for the journey we're about to undertake.
Oh, I didn't even realize I don't have that much money. That's alright, I could buy at least one thing. Yeah, let me buy a few more. I think this is the one I wanted. That's good. Okay. Spirit body. Alright, let's see. Auto guard. If able, the control character will guard up to 5 times automatically. However, acquired graders have. When defending, the attack frequency of enemies targeting you increases. Okay, I'll do that. That sounds good. Hmm. I don't think those things are quite as universal as I would like them to be honest. I feel like they're a lot more useful in other games. Because a lot of them that are super useful, like the automatic stuff, also decrease your rewards from battle. At which point, like, what's the point then, right? I keep accidentally coming this way. It's not the royal quarter or whatever. Now I'm stuck with Vesperia terminology.
It looks like all the hype from the festival settled down.
But now everyone's talking about the shepherd.
Armatizing's pretty cool. It's one of the things in this mission, in this game. Something I actually really like about it. I think it's cool. But once again, it's another thing where it's cool, but it presents its own issues. Like right now I have 3 characters.
Shepherd.
Who's that? Oh, hello.
Have you need of Lord Alicia? She's on the terrace as we speak.
Thanks, I'll see if I can find her.
Like, I have 3 characters, see? But because of the way the game is played, if I run into battle right now, only these 2 will fight. Micleo won't do anything. And it's ridiculous. It's one of the most nonsensical choices they made for this game. The only way to have Micleo join the fight is if you have another human character. Which, for the beginning of the game, it's Alicia, until she leaves, and then it's Rose. And so, but if for whatever reason Rose or Alicia leaves your party while they're there, then you drop down from not 4 characters, but 2. And it doesn't make any sense. It's not a thing that should exist, ever. Like, I don't care about the Armatize or the Seraphs having to link to people thing. It doesn't make any sense.
You came.
Alicia!
The shepherd's garb looks wonderful on you.
Thanks!
Some fine lipstick on that pig.
Yes, Micleo. We all know your opinion.
What? Pigs are nice.
That is very well delivered.
I take it there's a seraph present with you?
If I told you there was, would you believe me?
To be honest, up until the events that took place at the Sacred Blade Festival this year, I wouldn't have. But even from the moment we met, I could tell... How can I put it? There was something different about you.
Well, she's right, you know.
Right here is a seraph. His name is Micleo.
Right there.
Please, find it in your grace to forgive my rudeness up until now, Seraph Micleo.
Rudeness? You've never struck me as rude.
He says you've never done anything to offend him. And this here is Lila. She's the one everyone calls the Lady of the Lake.
Right here, right here.
I truly believe in my heart that you were meant to become the shepherd. Whereas I mean all of us here in the city, can be standing right next to Seraphim and still not know.
That's not quite true.
She can't hear you.
Saray, try taking Alicia's hand in your own.
Huh? Oh, sure. Alicia, give me your hand. Like this?
Testing, testing. Check 1, check 2. Can you hear me? Hello?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay then. Saray, try closing your eyes. Testing, testing. Alicia, can you hear me now?
It's still no good.
Almost there. I think it's one more try. I
This
could be
time,
wrong.
Close your eyes and also hold your breath.
Do what she says. Do it.
Alicia?
I can hear it, another woman's voice.
Really?
Alicia, we Seraphim are able to see right into the very hearts of humans. Remember to show gratitude to all things. It is in exchange for this gratitude that we offer our blessing. No matter the circumstances, never neglect the Seraphim, or your heart shall turn to malevolence, and this in turn shall bring calamity.
Fear not, Alicia. We have indeed seen your gratitude for ourselves.
Saray, one more time.
Isn't there a better way to do this?
She really wants to talk to
I'm
them.
afraid this is the only method we have for now. Once you've grown more accustomed to my power and have amassed more experience as both a vessel and a shepherd, I believe such a strict sensory block will not be required.
So, does that mean once I do grow stronger as a shepherd, everyone will be able to hear the Seraphim?
As for Alicia, she already possessed a natural resonance from birth.
A hyper resonance, if you will.
You, Saray.
I see. Looks like it's not that simple.
Regardless, I was able to have a conversation with her. I now have no doubts that the Seraphim do indeed live among us. And that alone.
Gets you excited?
Yes!
The legends are no mere fairy tales. Okay! Alicia, we're going to stay in town for a while yet. Let me know if you need anything. Take care!
I will. You too.
Saray?
Looks like our explorer's all fired up.
Really convenient to just
Relax,
have them
those
all pop
ruins
up
aren't
into
going
me.
anywhere.
What? How did you know what I was thinking about, Nickleo?
Didn't I tell you I wasn't gonna let you go off by yourself? So what's the plan?
Let's have another look around town. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, we do spend a lot of time in Lady Lake, and I said this in another video that I don't think I have up anymore. I think it was a Kingdom Hearts video. But I think this is probably the most fleshed out part of the game because oh my gosh, they keep you in Lady Lake for quite a bit. And it's just a long time that they keep us in here. Really, I don't know what else I'm trying to say, but it's well developed because of that. Whereas all the other locations don't nearly get this level of treatment. Hello, guys. The guy who sold me the pipe. Name's Saray. The sparrow feathers wish you well. I always thought that was funny. That of all things for them to give you, that's it. You know, it's kind of funny. I don't know. Like I don't know if that's really the extent of it or whatnot. But therapy cat. You can have a cat on top of your head, or a frog. Aw, it's Baul. That's adorable. I don't know if I knew that, but now I do. That's really cute. Pet dragon. There it is, a 10-gallon hat. Scattered bones, that's what they're called. Wow, I have a lot of shit. I did not remember that I had this many stuff. This is awesome, though. I love this. I'm gonna keep it on. Yay, Tiny Baul, he's so cute. As a character from Vesperia. Alright then, I think this is probably a good place to call it. Cause I was originally thinking maybe I can go until we leave Lady Lake, but I know that there's like a dungeon that we have to do in here. And I think maybe another dungeon after that, nearby. So we're gonna be here for a bit.
So, I really am a shepherd now.
But going up against the source of all malevolence, this Lord of Calamity, that's a huge responsibility to take on all at once.
You sound like you just heard about it. Didn't you talk to Lila at all while I was zonked out?
Nope.
I tried to bring it up, but he insisted on waiting until you woke up. He spent the whole time with his nose in his books instead.
What? Why?
It was more efficient for Lila this way, that's all.
But still, you sat around reading for 3 days
Nah.
straight. You could have gone out to explore the city some more.
What does it matter? I was worn out from the battle anyway, and I just had stuff I wanted to read, okay?
It's okay. You've always been this way. Like when I got hurt and couldn't go exploring for 2 weeks. You waited the whole time rather than go without me.
You're so conscientious, Miclio.
Yeah, it's really okay. I wouldn't mind if you went and had a little fun of your own.
Seriously, I'm fine. They were good books, and I wanted to read them. Sheesh.
I know.
Good old Miclio.
Good thing the armor shop had both a ceremonial sword and staff. Also, there's something I kinda wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I know. You want to ask if this staff looks like it's floating in midair to humans. Is that it?
How'd you know?
One look in your eyes says it all. Even if it's an item that humans can see, when Seraphim infuse mana into it, it will become unrecognizable by humans. The opposite is true as well. Anything made by a Seraph can be recognized by humans if mana gets infused in that item. Although, it's kind of a rare ability.
So Gramps' pipe is like that.
Quite perceptive of you.
In fact, Gramps told you everything you just told me, didn't he?
Nah.
That's also quite perceptive of you.
Yes, indeed. There we go. That's how I look at it. Level 10. I hope that means I'm leveling up fast. I honestly don't know. Well, let's save the game. And before I end this stream, I'm going to hop into my old file because I want to know what level I was when I finished the game. I'm just curious. See how different it looks now from a completed file. Oh my gosh, I have so many people. Okay, level 70. Okay, by the time I finished playing the game, I made it up to level 74 with everyone. And I only played the game for 55 hours. Wow, it really isn't that long. So I wonder how much farther I'm going to get now that I have like 2 times EXP and other shit. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of this stream. And the beginning of my replay of Tales of Zestiria. I'm really interested to see how it goes, because like it's one thing to be like, yeah, I liked this, I didn't like this game, or I did like this game, but for me it's somewhere in the middle, honestly. If as to whether I liked it or not. And I'm looking forward to experiencing more about it to have a more complete opinion on it. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope to stream again sometime and keep this going. Till then. Hasta.